Almost like the Flashpoint, where it starts, one of the key matrix lines that will help shatter this status centralized system.
Jay-Z here, the third Flashpoint of the day. I can't stop working. My wife hates me. I have a new baby that I love so much, but she's sleeping right now, so I have a few minutes to tell you more about the zombie apocalypse. I don't know why I'm talking so much about it. Maybe because you put zombie in a title and you get a lot more views. And stuff's kind of interesting and kind of weird. So we're going to start with some stories, and this will be a very quick rundown. And I want you to look for the thread, and I'm going to tell you early on what the thread is to follow. And we'll see what we have. We'll see what we think after we get done with this. But one story that happened, this was Tuesday, May 29th, from NorthJersey.com. Police. Hackensack man stabbed himself and threw intestines at officers. Okay. Man who stabbed himself repeatedly in front of police and then threw his skin and intestines at them remains in critical condition Tuesday morning. This was a 43-year-old Wayne Carter. Sounds like something out of a horror movie. Yes, I will state it. That's one story to go along with, well, the first zombie story we've had for the week from last weekend. And more details have emerged from that. Miami Herald new video shows more grisly details of face-eating attack in Miami. From the article, for almost 18 grisly minutes, Eugene savaged his victim, punching him and stripping the man's pants before gnawing off the homeless man's face. All his cars and cyclists rolled by on the busy causeway on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Pardon me. Yes, 3 bicycle riders passed within feet of this gentleman doing this. A car rolled to a stop right outside, right next to where this was happening, and then pulled off. And nothing happened for 18 minutes. But this is the part about the story which they just throw in here and no one's asking any question. According to Miami police, the first call of a disturbance came from a passing motorist who reported seeing Eugene stripping off his clothes and acting erratically. That call was routed to the Florida Highway Patrol, it's unclear why, and then transferred to the Miami police. Police have not disclosed the time of the first call. I wonder why they haven't disclosed the time of the first call. Probably because someone reported a man stripping naked on a highway some probably 20 minutes. He was walking from Urban Fest, and I think he had left 155. Yeah, 155 is when he came upon the homeless man, and he left quite a time before that. So we'll say a half hour. People driving along the road report to the police. Police, I guess, don't do anything. Oh, it's probably a technical error. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a technical error. Well, tell that technical error to the homeless man, Ronald Papa, whose face is gone. When, the police were called, and they did nothing. How about this? Another cannibal story from this week. Crazy. CBS Baltimore, Morgan student admits to eating Hopatown man's body parts, charged with first-degree murder. Alexander Kinyua, who I believe is from Nairobi? He's an African immigrant, was arrested for cutting up a man who lived with him and eating parts of his heart and brain. They believe that it's 37-year-old Kujo Agaye Kodi, a family friend who was living at the house. This is the best part about it. 2 days before the murder, Kinyua was released on bond for another assault. WJZ learned Kinyua was in the process of being expelled from school after he attacked another student with a baseball bat in the dorms. This student suffered a skull fracture, fractures in the arm and shoulder, and was also blinded in the left eye. I believe that happened on May 20th. So, May 20th, 11 days or 10 days before he murdered someone living with him, the police arrested him, let him out on bail. I don't know. Did they know what he was going to do? Probably not. But if you're going to let this guy off on bail, let everyone out on bail. How do you pick and choose which ones to let out on bail? This guy attacked somebody in front of a dorm with a baseball bat and broke bones. I mean, he fractured his skull. And you just let this guy out like he's not a threat to anybody. But that's our justice system. And finally, on the zombie trek of the world, we're going to move to Canada from the sun. Canada, Great Britain, this story spans the Atlantic. Cannibal on the run after warning the sun, I can't stop killing. The foot that was mailed to the Conservative Party headquarters in Canada. And then a hand was found. Reportedly came from a Luca Magnotta, 29, who is a former male prostitute. And he apparently made a video of himself killing this gentleman and eating him. Once again, yes, a cannibal. And he stated that he can't stop killing. But when did he state that he can't stop killing? Well, the Sun alerted cops, but they did nothing. They saw a video of this gentleman torturing a cat. And then another video of him torturing another cat. He happened to be in England, and they confronted him. Well, he said things like, I can't stop killing. Once you have a taste for blood, it's impossible to stop. The newspaper, doing their duty to report this gentleman to the police, found that the police did nothing. What did this gentleman do? He killed his Chinese love partner, chopped him up and ate him in Canada. Yes, so once again, what is the theme behind these stories? And they all happen to be cannibal stories, which is weird, but I'm sure if you look at other stories, you'll find many other violence that happens because the police do nothing. They either make the wrong call, let them out on bail, or if you watched the last Flashpoint Radio, they say you can't defend yourself. But usually it's that they do nothing. Even when reported, even when told about violence, they do nothing. I just think it's a bit odd that 3 cannibal stories in the same week involved the chance of the police stopping it, but nothing coming of it. In one case, they're blaming it on drugs. Why? Because the police need more money to fight drugs. In the other case, this is probably this is an immigrant that did it, a college immigrant, and probably going to say that the police or the security on campus needs more money to protect us against cannibals. And I don't know what to say about this porno guy, gay porn star up in Canada, but this guy's a weirdo. But the British authorities just, I mean, give me a break. You've got the newspaper did the article, and they recorded themselves telling you about it, and you did nothing. I mean, do you realize that this is the 21st century, and we're being surveilled, but everything you do is being documented, and people like myself and Alex Jones and Zach over at Tyranny Watch, we are finding that information, and we're putting it out there. And once it's out there, guys. So why don't you stop stepping on our throats with that boot from 1984? And why don't you just go back to living your own damn lives and quit hounding us? And maybe hold the cannibals overnight or something, or put a bail. How about $1 million bail like they put on that dairy farmer out in California? Yeah, that guy's selling raw milk. He got $1 million bond. They let the Morgan State University cannibal out after breaking someone's collarbone on $20,000. I don't know. There's no telling. But we're going to keep an eye on this zombie trend because who knows? This could just be a psyop, probably a psyop where the mainstream media decides to focus on these stories. But I'm not so sure because I'll tell you what, these stories are pretty enthralling and I'll read them. So keep them coming. These weirdo stories need to be brought out because maybe something's happening. And it might not be the drugs. It might be the evil that has infected this world. And it may be taking hold on individuals and making them do crazy things. It's happened in the past. But we'll see. Zombie update over. Jay-Z signing off. I'm going to get to my weekend and to my new family because I love them more than I love Flashpoint Radio. Just had to say that. God bless. Keep your eyes to the sky. I will see you next week.